6 tournament, and I ran it on the track a couple weeks ago, and it ran really well. So I thought I wanted to try Inav Rover with it because I had an extra Speedybee flight controller and I had another GPS, and I thought it might be fun to try, you know, autonomous or return to home. Plus I wanted a speedometer on my FPV, and it has a on-screen display that does that, which is great. So I got it all hooked up, got everything going, even got my radio link to work with it. Everything was fine. The last thing to do was set up the throttle. Well, I got into the throttle settings, and for some reason I couldn't change them. I messed with it for a while. So I got on the internet and I found a Reddit post that said there's a glitch with Inav Rover and this flight controller, the Speedybee F405 wing. And I've had these in several planes, and they always work fine for a plane. And it's not the wing, I guess it's the Inav software. And the guys at Inav don't really care that much about Rover. This has got Inav 8 on it and still Rover 4.0, I think, or whatever it is. But so the big fail here is that there is a glitch if you try to use this. The people I saw online, Andrew Newton and a guy Pavlov, I think is his name, they were using Maytag flight controllers. The 405 wing works, but not the throttle. So I got the steering set up through it, and what I had to do was put the throttle back on the receiver, which is underneath here, which defeats kind of the whole purpose. I'll get a speedometer, but I won't get anything else. No autonomous, nothing. If the throttle don't go through the flight controller can't control it. So I'll probably end up taking this thing apart and using it for something else. I think I bought this one, the last time I bought one was on eBay. I think I paid 40 bucks in an auction for that, and they were about 45. And now with everything that's going on with tariffs or whatever, I looked for more of them, and they're like $60, $70 from China. I didn't even see anybody in the States selling any. So I think I'm going to repurpose that, but we're going to go to the track, see how the speedometer works, and go from there. But if you're planning on using Inav Rover, get a Maytag flight controller, don't get a Speedybee. Anyways, let's go to the track. So it's a nice sunny afternoon here at the track, and I get it going. One thing I wanted to see is if the steering was good going through the flight controller or not. It don't seem to be any different. So Rover works fine, I guess, for steering. Let's look at the OSD. And you can see in the middle here, I have my speedometer. Doesn't help with me staying straight on the track. But what I figured with the speedometer, I'd go here and try some speed runs. I got a few other information here on there that's kind of useless, but I figured I'd try to go as fast as I could to check out my speedometer. I wanted to see if it would go 40 or 50. We almost get up there. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see it's got a battery monitor, which is another thing that's good. But I can do that with a camera I have that has an on-screen display. So it's not worth all the trouble in going to putting Inav Rover and everything in this just for a speedometer and a battery monitor. I thinking I might try this on another long straightaway that I really wanted the return to home for, because if the controller's fail-safed, I could, just return it to home. But now I might try that without return to home and see what happens. But that's what happened with Inav Rover and Speedybee F405 wing. They don't work together very well, and it doesn't seem like the open source Inav people want to fix it anytime soon or anytime at all. But anyways, there you go. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're not. And have a good day.